Hi guys, I'm Takira. Welcome back to my channel. As you guys saw in the title, this video is one of the videos that I promised in my last video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top 10 best gourmand fragrances for the heat. So today I was just relaxing and sipping on my mimosa, and I just had an urge to get up and film this video. So that's why I look super chill and I'm not done up or anything. I wasn't really in the mood to get done up. Hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, before we go ahead and jump into the list, make sure you guys are subscribed and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, drop down below your scent of the day. I love seeing what you guys are wearing. So with that being said, the first fragrance I'm gonna start with is actually my scent of the day. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. So here's what the bottle is looking like. Also guys, I forgot to mention, it's very rainy today, so the weather is very dreary. So if the lighting is brighter or darker, that would be why, because I am filming with natural lighting again. So like I said, this is the fragrance I'm wearing today. I love this, y'all. I am obsessed with this. This to me is a sophisticated gourmand. This one I think would be great for any age. Of course, anybody can wear whatever they want to, but I feel like any age will be comfortable wearing this and not feel as though they're wearing a juvenile fragrance. I believe Kathleen Light said that this fragrance to her smells like a mix between Lancome La Vie Belle and Black Opium, and I definitely can see that. But to me, this smells like a mix between La Vie Belle and Black Opium Nuit Blanche. You guys know that's the Black Opium that I have and I love. And the reason why I say it smells like a mix between those two is because that particular one has a prominent caramel note to my nose, and this fragrance, the most prominent note in it is the caramel notes on my skin. And I told you guys that the Nuit Blanche to me smells like a vanilla latte with pumps of caramel syrup. This to me smells like a latte with loads of caramel syrup and a few pumps of vanilla syrup, and then the La Vie Belle portion to me is the fruitiness. So if that sounds like a good description to you guys, then I definitely recommend this. I love this. It's not overly sweet, which in my opinion is what makes sweet fragrances more appropriate for the heat. To me, gourmands that are appropriate for hot weather are the ones that aren't overly sweet, so they don't become overwhelming when you're out in the heat. And also they don't have a huge projection typically. This one doesn't project a whole lot. To me, this is one of the fragrances that I spray on, let it dry down, and then spray it on again to get more projection out of it. If I don't do that, it'll have just a soft projection. Soft to moderate, but if I do it, then I get more of a moderate projection, which is what I'm going for because I like to be able to smell my fragrances. But yeah, I think this is a perfect year-round gourmand in my opinion. Summer heat, spring heat, and then even like fall and winter, I think this would be a great signature scent for somebody because I feel like it can be worn year-round. And typically I do feel that way about gourmand fragrances that can be worn in the heat. They're typically fragrances that I feel can be worn throughout the entire year because I know gourmands tend to be associated with colder weather. So yeah, that is my first one, and that is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. And also, these are not in any particular order, just for any of you guys that are curious. I'm just grabbing the fragrances and talking about them. So next fragrance I have here is a celebrity fragrance, and this is Private Show by Britney Spears. I don't have the cap because I purchased the tester bottle. So this fragrance has a dulce de leche note, and it also has a coffee note, and it has some other notes in it as well. But to me, this smells like a coffee with loads of dulce de leche. And you know, I noticed because I've made dulce de leche before, and I was making it for a cake, but I had some left over, and so I was like, well, let me just see what it tastes like in coffee. It was delicious. This smells like coffee overloaded with dulce de leche. So more dulce de leche than coffee. Dulce de leche to me is like this sweet, creamy, milky scent, and that is the most prominent note in this fragrance to me. And then you have like a dash of coffee, and then it also has a nectarine note, I believe it is, and it just kind of adds just a tiny bit of fruitiness to it. It's really nice. It's really inexpensive as well, so yeah. This one does not have a huge projection, like I said. Well, some of these have more projection than others, but none of them are overwhelming in my opinion in the heat. This one I would say has more of a soft projection. Even if I spray it down and let it dry and then layer it on again, it doesn't have a huge projection. I say soft to moderate. It's not super long lasting, but it's not horrible either. I get like a good 6 hours from it on my skin. But yeah, I think this works really well in the heat for a gourmand fragrance. So again, that is Private Show by Britney Spears. So this next fragrance you guys saw in my perfume collection tag video, if you guys watched that video, this is Angel Muse Eau de Toilette by Mugler. Here's what she looks like. And like I said in that video, this to me smells like passion fruit dipped in milk chocolate on a bed of patchouli. Y'all know patchouli to me smells like, well, at least the patchouli in this, it smells like wet soil. So literally that's what it smells like to me. To me, it's pretty linear. Initially the passion fruit is very upfront and in your face. It smells very fruity, very bright, a bit sour and tart as well in my opinion, but overall really nice. If you like the original Angel Muse, I feel like you would like this one as well. If you like a passion fruit note, it can tend to be a bit sharp sometimes in my opinion, and by sharp I mean like it kind of, you know, it can kind of burn your nose a bit sometimes, but I love it in this fragrance. It makes it more unique in my opinion, because I wouldn't think that I would like a fragrance that had a passion fruit and a chocolate note in it, but it's really nice. This one projects well, but the passion fruit kind of keeps it bright and fresh, so it's not overwhelming and it's not super sweet, but definitely I consider this a gourmand that is good in the heat. I feel like this one can be worn year-round as well. It may even be more heat appropriate due to the passion fruit note in it. But yeah, I love this fragrance, and that is Angel Muse Eau de Toilette by Mugler once again. So this next fragrance I have here is another celebrity fragrance, and it is Gold Rush by Paris Hilton. It's kind of what it looks like, but not really because I don't have the cap. I purchased this as a tester once again, and I knew, you know, purchasing it as a tester, it may not come with the cap, but I was still hurt. I'll try to put a picture on the screen because I love the Paris Hilton Rush bottles. So this fragrance to me just smells like pralines and nectarines. It literally smells like caramelized nuts and nectarine juice, and it smells like that from the beginning to the end. Doesn't have a huge projection. I say soft to moderate, sweet but not overly sweet, as most of these fragrances are going to be in this lineup, and I think it's just a nice, refreshing, sweet scent that is perfect for the heat. This one I feel might be more suitable for the warmer weather than the cooler weather, because I feel like the heat might help to amplify it a bit more, but of course, wear what you want when you want to. But yeah, again, this is Gold Rush by Paris Hilton. So this next fragrance I have here is by Lancome, and this is La Nuit Trésor Caresse Eau de Parfum, I think. Or, I don't know. It's La Nuit Trésor Caresse. So, as you can tell, it's a flanker of the original La Nuit. This one, in my opinion, smells the most similar to the original La Nuit from the initial spray through the dry down. To me, it literally smells like a caress of the original. It's like a lighter version of the original. I still get a bit of smokiness in this, but it's not as smoky as the original. It's still sweet. To me, it smells literally like the original, just lighter. I still smell, I don't think this one has a strawberry note in it. Technically, I think it's a raspberry note, but it still smells like that strawberry note from the original to me. The patchouli is in here as well still, but in this particular version, I feel like the patchouli is more dialed back than it is in the original La Nuit. So if that's something that bothered you about that fragrance, I feel like this one might work for you. Pretty much if the original was a little too much for you, but you like the fragrance of it, you might enjoy this fragrance. I'd say it has a moderate projection, and it doesn't last as long as the original on me. I get about 6 hours with this fragrance on my skin, so yeah, because it doesn't have as much projection and it's pretty much just a softer version of the original, I feel like this one is a good one for the heat as well as year-round if you want it to be. And also, I would wear this one in the daytime as well. I know I told you guys that the original, I feel like is more nighttime appropriate in my opinion, at least on me. So again, that is La Nuit Trésor Caresse. So I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about my other La Nuit that I'm sure you guys are expecting to see. This is La Nuit Trésor Nude, my little baby. And as I've told you guys, this literally to me smells like sweet coconut cream and vanilla. Initially it has that kind of like bright spark from the bergamot notes, like with the first spray, but after that it's literally just sweet coconut cream and vanilla. Like I said, this doesn't have a huge projection as well. I'd say it has a moderate projection on my skin. It's one of those scents that some people will smell on you, I feel, if they are in close proximity to you. So they don't have to be like right up on you to smell it, but maybe like arm's length, they can smell it on you. But to me, this is one of those fragrances that is more like, you know, it's a scent that you'll be able to enjoy while you're wearing it. It'll be enveloping and it just smells so cozy and warm and inviting to me. I love this fragrance, but you guys already know that. I feel like this one can be worn year round as well, but I feel like the heat helps to amplify this one as well and helps to bring out more of its beauty. So yeah, again, that is La Nuit Trésor Nude, my little baby. So I probably could have mentioned this one earlier when I talked about the original private show, but I have another private show from Britney Spears, and this one is VIP Private Show by Britney Spears, and here's what she looks like. This one is fruity. I can see some people probably saying that this one smells juvenile, but I love it. Granted, I'm not against juvenile scents, so to me it smells really nice. It has a blood orange note, I believe, but to me this smells like sweet tart candies. And to me this isn't a dupe or anything for this particular fragrance that I'm about to mention, but I feel like they have some similarities. I think the sweetness in this is kind of similar to the sweetness in this particular fragrance, and the fragrance I'm talking about is my baby. You guys know I love her. It is Giorgio Armani Si Passione. When I got this and smelled it and I was wearing it, I'm like, it's reminding me of something. Definitely not dupes, because y'all know that is more, like I said, Si Passione smells sophisticated to me. It's fresh, bright, fruity, almost shampoo-y, sophisticated fruity floral scent. This smells like what Si Passione would smell like if it was more of a gourmand, because it's sweeter and it doesn't smell soapy to me, but I really enjoy this fragrance. It's very light. I'd say it has a soft to moderate projection. This is one of the ones I think would be most appropriate in the heat, because I feel like it needs the heat to amplify it. So yeah, that is VIP Private Show by Britney Spears. So this next fragrance y'all have seen on my channel as well, and it is Caramel Overdose by Be Layered. The lighting doesn't want to show her. That's what she looks like. And I've used quite a bit. I'm like halfway through. I actually ordered another bottle because they had a sale going on, so I ordered a backup bottle of this. But I already mentioned this one to you guys. To me, this one is a dupe of Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. I sampled that fragrance, and to me, the scent that they project is about 95% similar. The way they smell on the skin is a bit different though. The Kilian one on the skin is, I don't know, it's very weird, because the scent you get on the skin from the Kilian one is so much different from the scent that it projects. But with this one, the scent that it projects smells the same as what it smells like on the skin when you're wearing it. But like I told you guys, this fragrance is very unique to me. It smells citrusy and a bit powdery, so to me I think it smells like it might have an orange blossom note, and then it smells like marshmallowy as well, and it's almost like this bubblegum vibe that I get from it, and it's almost reminiscent of what a Coca-Cola would smell like on the verge of losing its carbonation. I know I've already said this, but yeah, that's literally what I get from this. I really enjoy it. I think it's really nice, and if you're looking for a dupe for the Love Don't Be Shy, if you don't want to fork out the coins for it right now, I think this is a great option. This is one of the ones that has a pretty good projection, but it's not overly sweet, so it won't be overwhelming in the heat, in my opinion. I say the projection is moderate, so it projects, you can smell it, it's gonna leave somewhat of a scent trail as well, in my opinion. But I think this can be worn year round, and it'll be great for year round. Technically, this is supposed to be a single note fragrance based on the note of caramel, but I honestly don't get any caramel in this, and that did disappoint me when I first got it, but not because I didn't like the fragrance, but it wasn't what I was expecting. But once I accepted it for what it was, I fell in love, and this is one of my favorite fragrances. So yeah, Caramel Overdose by Be Layered. So this next fragrance is another celebrity scent, and this is Ari by Ariana Grande. Forgot the name for a second. It's is what this looks like. I just love these little bottles with the pom-poms. I don't have the cap again because I purchased a tester, but I think these bottles are so cute. So yeah, I think I mentioned this in a video a while back, but to me this smells like raspberry lemon flavored marshmallows. This literally smells so delicious to me. And I'd say this one has a soft sombrado projection as well. It's sweet, but not overwhelmingly so. And I feel like this is one of the ones that the heat helps to amplify as well. So I think this might be one of the ones that may be more appropriate in the heat. So yeah, that is Ari by Ariana Grande. So last but not least, this is another fragrance you guys have seen on my channel and know that I love. This is Lancome La Vie Intense Mint. So to me, this is a slightly powdery, syrupy raspberry, vanilla, and almond scent. And it's really beautiful. I don't think it has an almond note listed, but I think it has a heliotrope note. And to me, that is a floral note that can kind of smell a bit powdery and reminiscent of almonds and vanilla. So I think that's where I'm getting that almond scent from. I do believe it has a separate vanilla note, but yeah. That's literally what this is. I think this can be worn year round. This one has a good projection. I'd say moderate, almost heavy leaning. The longevity, I mean, it doesn't have a amazing longevity. I usually get I can get 6 to 8 hours from this, but yeah, this is one of those fragrances that you're gonna smell while you're wearing it, and other people may smell it on you while you're wearing it as well. But it's beautiful. I don't see anybody who likes gourmand fragrances disliking this fragrance. I don't hear it talked about a whole lot on YouTube at the moment. I've seen a few people talk about it, but I'm thinking it's probably because it is relatively new. But yeah, this is my La Vie Belle of choice. I love her. So yeah, again, that is La Vie Belle Intense Mint by Lancome. So yeah, guys, that was the last fragrance that I have for the gourmand portion of the best sweet fragrances for the heat. I'll do a part 2 showing you guys the sweet fragrances that I like to wear in the heat that don't quite fit into the gourmand category, and that will probably be my next fragrance video. So keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. And of course, drop any questions that you might have down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.